And talking about what should be, Gladys is here with me. Gladys, how are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, good. I don't get to touch you very often. Happy New Year to you too.
Enjoy the moment whilst it lasts.
Yeah, sure. Well, so we're here to look at what the stories are from the back pages of the newspapers. They've been summarized on the news portal, myjoyonline.com, and we're very much happy to bring you a lot more of that, Gladys.
Sure, yes. So the very first daily guide, and during Christmas, during the festive season, it didn't look like it went well for everybody, as there were some arrests by the BNI. I'm sure you would want to take that story, right?
It talks about BNI arresting Sylvester Mensah, a former chief executive for the National Health Insurance Authority. Yeah. And it's been captioned, BNI arrests like Mensah over NHIS. And we're also having the other story talking about
Rollins petition over Zanato, and Amachi Dede escapes death. And it's the update is that he's still at the Kolebu Hospital on admission, receiving treatment, actually. And then his bodyguard is also at 37 receiving treatment. But, of course, his manager indeed
How bad
has passed
is that?
on.
Because I hear he's a stalwart in managing some of the old artists. So
yes,
he
yes.
has been a columnist
for PNP newspaper.
Okay.
He's been very active in the creative arts industry particularly, and so it's a blow. It really is a blow for the paper and of course for the industry. But we'll get a profile of him so everybody gets to know the good works that he did for the industry and what legacy he actually has left behind. Yes.
Well, that's the thing about death. You only die before your praises are sung.
The point is that we don't prepare for death.
Yeah, nobody does. Yeah. It's always tragic, right?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see how that goes. But we wish Amachi Dede well.
We wish him speedy recovery.
And you bring them a lot more updates in the latter
exactly in the latter part of the program.
Okay,
yes.
so we have to look at the finder, Gladys. It has on the front page, EC facing dilemma in arriving at credible way to clean voters register.
Well, okay, so I don't know, those complaining, can there be a simple way out? Because we love to complain without giving resolution. I mean, now we are getting there, and especially if we are going to work with November 7, then it means we have barely 10 months to go.
But the EC says it is not going to compile a new register.
It is not going to compile.
What the committee they put together, the eminent person said, was that we didn't need to have a new register. So we are going with the old register but going to update. But the paper says the Electoral Commission faces a tough burden to produce a credible voters register, as it has rejected the call by the New Patriotic Party and scores of political activists for a new voters register.
There ought to be a compromise at a point because, you see, all the parties will have to be interested in cleaning up the mess. They all have their various political register that should start. It should start from there. But if they are unwilling, then of course the national bit would also be very difficult to come to. And for the fact that they have disagreed with EC, you can imagine how difficult they will make it for EC to get it cleaned up. But otherwise, we all have our various institutions that we clean up names that should not be there. How do we do that successfully? That we cannot apply the same principle here. It's just boils down to politics. Right. Play the tricks and get through with it.
But it also means that we need to build consensus. Transport fares to go up. I don't know whether you bought fuel the last
Not yet.
couple of hours. Not yet.
I was able to escape that. I didn't know it was coming.
It's coming from this morning.
It's coming from this morning, yes. So
go and, if your tank is down, go and fill it up and
top
see
it
how
up, I'm sure.
I think I will have to do that because mine is a bit low. The Ghana Private Road Transport Union, that's the GPRCU, apparently Gladys, is set to increase transport fares following the latest fuel price increment. And they've been issuing some stern warnings.
No, but let's also get into this one, Roland. When the deregulation took place and prices went down, they did not take up from the lowering of prices. They maintained their prices. Okay. So how about this increment? They can skip it. I don't know, but I think they can skip it because the previous reduction did not affect transport fares. So how come just an up and they want to also go up?
Okay, so you're saying it's not a fair thing.
I don't think so.
Because when the things were reducing,
they
were not reducing.
They staged there. So I mean, hey, they can skip this one and let's see how it goes.
I love the logic though. I love the logic. A trouble shut down to affect power supply. And before I read this though, I don't know whether you saw it on social media about the press statement that was issued by the Ghana Gas Company, saying that they're going to do some maintenance works. And social media saying that, well, it means that to do so is still a reality.
It's still a reality. And trust me, yesterday in my area, it was like that. It was blinking.
Oh, I had power cuts from the morning until it came later.
Okay, at least you are fortunate. It was stable. My case,
well,
it wasn't
goes
stable.
off for a long time, yes. So,
In
but
my
if you're telling me whether I'm precise about it, I know that it's gone off for 4, 5, 10 hours. Yes, I know.
Okay, so you were stable. Ours was
yours
not.
is doom.
It was like blinking. So, so I mean, hey, well.
Okay, it's not like doom.
No. It was blinking.
All right.
That is the word, blinking. That's most appropriate to describe it.
All right. So the paper has captured it. The Echabo gas processing plant will shut down for 14 days, and this is for a mandatory maintenance, and this will not affect power supply, according to the Volta River Authority, which says it has procured enough crude oil to power the thermal plant in Takoradi.
So as usual, if your lights go off, check either your meter, your wires, your cabling, or the area transformer or ECG station somewhere.
All right.
But it definitely won't be.
I remember within the youth period or the holiday period, we were told that this very statement came from the Power Ministry.
Yeah.
And Doomso had stopped. But somewhere in Kumasi, I hear there was a transformer that had blown up and had affected the whole metropolis.
No, but you see, before Dr. Kwabena Donkor would actually come out with that statement that Doomso was no more, I had listened to an interview between Kwamsi Fakai and Nanaya Jantwa, where she said that the load shedding was ending, but moving on, if your power went off, it wasn't necessarily load shedding, but it could be an area transformer that had developed a fault.
Is that what they call localized power cuts?
Perhaps.
I think, we need to give new meaning to it. But when you are doing the stories on the various news portals, and we have to go to City FM, Gladys. So
City FM says, ministers hot as Mahama plans another reshuffle. Of course, there's a new year, we need new reshuffling.
I'm getting some calls and also some text
Who is going
messages.
where?
I hear you'll be put Minister of Tourism, Deputy.
Somebody say hallelujah to that. I'll do very well, I'll do very well.
Yeah, you do very well.
Yeah, I'll do very well.
You do very well.
Considering, I'll do very well.
Your knowledge about the industry.
My expertise, I'll do very well.
I know you do very well. Fuel prices go up by 27% from today.
Yeah, that we have already spoken about, and it really will be, well, imagine that you buy, it would go on to affect other commodities on the market. It would go on to affect pricing in products and everything once transportation goes up. And beginning the year, school fees is yet to happen.
Yeah,
and
that reminds me, I haven't paid.
You haven't paid. Go and pay that before they also revise their...
That's a chunk of money that's going to go out of my budget.
Yes.
And Nyao Tamakula apparently is fighting Greater Accra MPP. He's been suspended, though, by the region.
He's going to fight them pound for pound.
That's what he said.
I love the way they...
I think it's a lost cause for him.
You think so?
I think so too.
Well, it seems to be a lost cause for all those suspended, though.
Yes, because so far the precedent that has been set has not been
by the
good for
time
those
they
who
are
have been
suspended, their biting teeth are removed before.
I don't know to call them whether suspendees or...
It's okay.
or
it's
the suspended.
Suspendees. It sounds nicer.
What a vocabulary. We'll have Echabo gas to shut down again. You go up, you see, let my vote count, turns to court after EC rejected their demand. But Gladys, it means that the EC is going to have a lot more of these pressure groups and political activists to contend with.
Yes.
Because they are not going to be in agreement, are they?
I don't think so, but there always ought to be. I think EC should come together and hold a bit more orientation, education, and do a lot more talking to make them understand the need for not changing the register entirely, but still cleaning it up, because EC is going to need the people to get it sorted out. EC is so they really need to do a lot more talking.
I love the way you're talking. You almost sound like somebody who can be a mediator, kind of. Let's look at the BBC. And it's an interest. Yeah, because you're almost for peace, right?
Yeah, a lot more talking will have to. No, because otherwise. Oh, well, you just said that. We accept.
All right, let's look at the BBC, Fred. And this is what we have, Gladys.
So, car election puts ex-PM Touadera. The name, I messed it up. But partial results from the Central African Republic election show presidential candidate Faustin Touadera with a surprise lead. And so, yeah,
But I can tell you what will come up.
What will come up?
Either the opposition or the government in power will say that they are not happy with the results. Whoever is opposing him will come out and say they are not
for
happy.
further and better particulars, that will definitely happen. But it always happens everywhere. Yes, it happens. No, not just in Africa,
or
even
everywhere.
Everywhere.
That's what happened in the US. If they lose, they lose. They come and tell you, oh, they come and announce publicly on TV,
yes.
you know, we lost the election
no, but
to Barack Obama.
I think it's got to do with their voting system, actually, where people don't have to go and crowd at the place. I mean, when they are crowding, they know they are waiting for the announcement, the victorious announcement, to jubilate. But otherwise, they are not there to watch who is stealing what.
Okay, so all you're saying is that they trust their electoral system a lot more.
They do, and they probably have worked towards that over the years. And that is where we seem to be missing out on. Simple register, we have so many issues about that.
Don't remind me.
It starts from somewhere, but we are just not ready to start from anywhere.
Okay, Fred, we go up.
So we won't have it by
And
magic.
I know that Gladys Mara is here. Donald Trump is there. And we're told that
do you really think it's good competition?
I think it's good amusement for the period.
I think so. I agree. Because he doesn't seem to be in a race to win. He seemed to have fun in the race.
Yes.
With the utterances, the comments he's passing.
So what happens if the one who is having fun gets to win? Sometimes you never know. People can be taken over.
It does happen like
Reminds
that.
me of, is it X Factor?
X Factor? What happened?
Is it the X Factor?
Reggie and Boli, you mean?
They were having fun.
Oh, really?
And they got to be
They are Ghanaians. Don't be nice. Don't be so mean. They are Ghanaians.
Oh, okay.
They did not have fun. They worked hard.
Yes, they worked hard, but
yes.
they said they were having fun. But having fun, they didn't increase their expectations.
No, but I think they also went on to say that they're doing what they enjoy to do most, and so that is what gave them the fun. But they worked hard.
I was not saying they were playing, no. I'm saying that they were having fun while doing the work. They were not too, so there was no tension.
In his case, he's playing.
He's playing.
He's playing.
And so he has the liberty to say all the things that he gets to say.
He feels money will make it work, but it's not always so. And I think the last thing they need now is somebody who has the money to just throw anything at them. Yes, so I doubt, I don't think the U.S. electorate will root for somebody who already is making racism comments, who already is making comments that do not really augur for peaceful elections, and also, I don't know, but I think they will look smarter. Yes.
Well, let's look at this last one. It's been interesting, trending the last couple of days.
Rwanda's Kagame.
Yeah, because he's going for a third term. If we can read the story, Fred, it will help us a lot more, and Gladys will take us through because, well, who says that African president need to run for only 2 terms?
No,
but he will be in power in excess of over 20. He will be in power until 2034.
2034. But and you see, okay, so let's read the story first. So Rwanda's President Paul Kagame has confirmed that he will seek re-election for a 3rd term in 2017. The announcement was expected after a referendum approved constitutional changes to allow him to run for the 3 further terms and could potentially see him to stay in power until 2034.
How old would you by then? Would you be by then?
I have to do the maths.
Sure. Can somebody bring me a calculator?
Yes, yes. So whilst we run through the story, you can be given. But you see, when you go to Rwanda and you see what Kagame has done to the country, to the people, to their resources, then you can understand why he would
be a good president.
Exactly. But a school of thought has also raised the argument that in future, if Kagame is not there and we don't have very disciplined, very well-groomed people to take after him, then the country might likely get back into what it was before. Because
the problem is, usually such leaders would not countenance opposition and counter views. Right?
Exactly. So with what they have come out of 20 years after war,
you don't think they can slide back?
It's the code, but it will take time.
Okay.
Because the orientation has started from infancy, actually. So you go to schools, the whole country has the same orientation. They speak the same language. As in, you ask them.
You've been to Rwanda?
I have been there.
Ah, that's why.
You ask them, how did you get
like
here?
Rwanda,
I have.
That's beautiful.
Yes, you ask them and they tell you it's leadership. They are so proud of their leadership and they believe that is what has brought them to where they are today. And so it works for them. I don't think
I need to visit there one day. I hear
it's a beautiful country.
I hear they have good manicured lawns and things in their city.
It's not just good manicured, it's discipline. They are so disciplined. And you get to bed, you can leave your door open and you're not worried. except for the animals
for
we
a country
cannot
that came out of a civil war.
Exactly. Security is everywhere, and they are not taking anything for granted.
Okay, wrap up for us. So we're taking our next segment, and that will be sports.
That will be sports, yes. So you probably haven't caught up with sports in a while because you were in Christmas mood, you were in the festive mood. But of course, we are back with lots of updates in the sports world, and Bernadette is on standby to do that for us right here. Don't go away.
We'll be right back.